once again right here. Let me adjust things and get things set up. Day 5. How's everyone doing? This is David Elon Brown for my weight loss journey, day 5. In this, can I call it lifetime change and lifetime experience and lifetime challenge? I think we've all been through weight loss and so forth before. We've never really done it because doctors ordered you to do so, or because you were told by your own body, hey, something needs to be changed and something needs to be done. So, day number 5, made day number 4 yesterday, and day number 5 is different. I ate my veggies again as usual, and a couple hours ago. It's now what, 10 o'clock Eastern, and just feeling tired, run down, weak, and just not feeling like I shouldn't say old self, but it should. Not feeling like I did in day number 4, that is. But it's all good. You have to learn what is going on with your body and what things are going on, what changes, and you have to make those necessary changes. Like I said, I think I mentioned it in day number 4 that they found that my anti-nuclear antibodies, ANAs, were high. They found out that uric acid levels were very high. So she's saying that I need to go on the gout diet, as well as you need to be careful of what the anti-nuclear antibodies diet is telling you as well. So you get all these things, and I got other doctor appointments I got to see, and hopefully by the time I'm finished with those other 5 or 6, that I won't be needing to go to any others. I'll have a grand idea of exactly what's going on and be able to narrow it down through nutrition, through exercise as well, and through the food that I need to partake of. Right now, I'm just going by the paperwork that my doctor gave me about gout, and trying to establish a regimen of eating. There's a lot of things I can't have, like yeast, beer. Rarely do beer. Wine, rarely do wine anyway. Refined sugars, high fructose corn syrups, breads. It's funny, you can have cheeses, but you can't have milk. I can have cream as well, but I just can't have milk. So, certain things I can and can't have, I've already eliminated. All breads, and the yeast, as well as, of course, like I said, I don't drink beer that much. Rarely, if ever. I think it's because of my Indian blood. When I drink even the slightest can, whether it be 3-2 beer, which is, the ridiculously low levels of alcoholic content, 3.2 I think is what it is. That's why we call it 3-2 beer. I've always been told it's 3-2 beer. That I just don't participate in it. And it doesn't. When I do drink it, it bothers me so much internally. It makes me feel just awful. So I think it's part of my Indian blood. I blame it on my Indian blood that causes me to feel that way. So I've eliminated that. Wine. Like I said, I rarely drink any alcoholic products. I don't participate in. I drink teas. I'm trying to drink more herbal teas and so forth. No sugar. But coffees, I don't drink that much of them. When I do, I have a creamer and sugar, and so I've eliminated that as well. considering going to the chicory coffee. Um, so, and there are certain things I'm cutting out and weeding out, and it makes it hard to makes it hard to shop sometimes because you're wondering what to eat. So you have to basically pick your selection for fruit, vegetables, nuts, and grains. And sometimes in the stores you can't always find the particular nuts or grains or fruits or veggies that you're wanting or would like to have at that time. So you go to a larger store hoping that they are ordering those items and bringing those in. And sometimes they are, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes that the produce that they're bringing in is seasonal. Understandable, like blood oranges, seasonal. Pomegranates, kumquats, which I don't see anymore. Kumquats I don't see. Um, and then if you want raw nuts, you have to wait till, what is it, November, when they bring out the boxes of nuts and sell them per pound. When you get Brazil nuts, hazelnuts, almonds, and walnuts, I believe. So that leaves a lot to be desired, and a lot of the stores don't carry all the things that you need. I wish there was like a Whole Foods here, or Sprouts, or what was the other one that we had? There's a couple others I remember. The Trader Joe's is another one that I remember. Wish they had that here. Um, can't remember the other one, but there's another one I used to shop at, and might be at Whole Foods or something. But anyway, needless to say, they don't have any of that here. You just have your regular grocery stores, and there's no, that I know of, vegan type restaurants or vegan only type grocery stores within the area. And a lot of the tropical fruits I would love to purchase, but I don't even know if there's any Asian stores, grocery stores, or so forth around here, because I don't venture, that far into Martinsburg or West Virginia. So I just don't know, and if you order it online, it's so costly, So I mean, I love coconuts, coconut water, black sapotes. Oh yeah, avocados. I'm not supposed to have, but sparingly. Um, I love persimmons. I love, of course, I love bananas. You know, um, but there's other fruits like star fruit that I would love to have. Pepino melons, dragon fruit, um, um, tamarind. I think they're available all the time. But certain ones, and then the vegetables, you don't get them all. And now I can't find daikon radishes in the store. They said they just don't get them. You can't get daikon radishes anymore. So you know, um, I'm working on not only getting my health together, but also working on putting out a decent sized garden this year, so that I can grow those things. Not only that I can't find in the store, tropical fruit won't be that that I won't be able to grow here outdoors. If I had myself a greenhouse and had it set up that way, I could do it. As I said, my parents were farmers, and I farm here, but and it's one of those things you have to learn what farming is. And if you've been raised traditional farming, it's you really don't know anything about it until you start searching what is organic and what is biodynamic, and so um, it's the whole thing of getting back to the land, because you came from the earth and you will return to it. So why not put the things that nature and God has intended for you? So um, this is my weight loss journey. Like I said, I went from 350 to 318 pounds. I don't know how much I weigh now. My scale is packed away, I think, somewhere, still in boxes. Haven't unpacked everything just yet, so we don't have the room here that we need. But needless to say, I am on this journey. drink plenty of water, or try to drink plenty of water. Really need to drink distilled or purified. You need to get a purifier in here or a distiller. And instead of drinking, I don't drink tap water. We don't. I mean, not tap water. Don't drink city water. We don't have city water here. We have well water. But still, all in all, there can be contaminants within that water causing certain problems as well. So, and I switched over from using regular table salt with iodine in it, or even kosher salt, now to using Himalayan pink salt, which if you haven't tried it, you've gotta try it. Um, so switching over different areas is costly sometimes, but as you learn, and the other thing that really helps those of us that are on a weight loss is to find coupons. And I can't state that enough. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you're going to go into the extreme stuff." No, not really. Just saving enough money that whether you're on food stamps or whether you have a low-income job or your low-income period, enables you to have that extra stretch of cash, for the next meal or whatever you plan, So, um, and the other thing that I'm learning too is that you eat smaller meals and you eat more often, because our metabolism, if you look at it, is shot in a sense. I mean, it's gone. Well, it's still there, but it kind of like it's in hibernation. So now you have to rekindle it and start it back up. I know when I was younger, I could eat and eat and eat, and it didn't bother me. But now I eat and eat and eat, and if you don't get enough exercise and you don't get out as much as you need to, the eat and eat and eat begins to take care of all the areas that um, should have been exercised. So, I think everyone who's watching, everyone who's taking notes, not only my side, and I see there's many people on YouTube doing the weight loss or getting into weight loss and trying to be healthier. I'm not going to get into why their channel's there. Mine, I'm trying to do it for weight loss. It's not about money, although money does help. And if there were availabilities for sponsorship and those things, that would be great too. But because of needs within my own system, I have to do this for my health. I can't do it for no other reason, and I have to get a mental grip on it. And I don't know if you've ever heard that. People go in for the lap band and they go into all of these things. They get their stomach stapled and they go, "Oh, hallelujah, I've got the miracle cure. I'm losing weight," and you probably did lose weight, but then you go right back to eventually, instead of just eating normally like they tell you to binge eating, and you're eating all the things you shouldn't, like Twinkies and fruit pies and snacks, and you're eating potato chips all over again, and you're eating all these things that have oleo resin with it, and brominated vegetable oil, and high fructose corn syrup, and tons and tons of poly and monosaturated fats, and mono and diglycerides, and I mean, just you know sawdust and all kinds of things that are in our foods, including silly putty, believe it or not, just all these things. And as you begin to get into the health deal, you begin to study what in the world is in my bread, or what's in my spaghetti sauce, or what's in that pasta. And as you start to read the ingredients, if you can't pronounce it, durum wheat, everybody knows that wheat is wheat. But if you begin to get into the deeper readings into the labeling, you begin to go, huh? Do I need to be a scientist or have approval from a scientist to read this first? Because I'm not getting it. So you look it up on the internet, or you get you one of those scientific books, and you begin thumbing through it or flipping through the pages on the internet, and you be like, oh my goodness, really? There's sawdust, there's cellulose, and there's silly putty, which starts with an AZ, and then you got brominated vegetable oils that are in your sodas, and then you got high fructose corn syrup, and then you got all this carbonation junk, and then you got all these fillers, mono and diglycerides, and then you got carmine or carmine, I think it's how it's pronounced, for the red color taken from the beetle, put in your yogurts and things, and then you got, I mean, the list is endless. Oleo resin, whoever heard of this stuff? um, Margarine for the replacement of butters, and it's only one molecule away from being a plastic compound, and you're eating this garbage, and after years it begins to take its toll on your health and your mental focus and your mental clarity and your heart and your lungs and your teeth and your liver and your gallbladder, and I mean the process goes on and on and on, down through all the way to your big toe or your little toe. And after a while, the doctor just looks at you and goes, you continue this, then you're going to be on a either quick or slow trip to an early grave. And it's sad. A lot of people are looking at well, not necessarily what they eat, but looking at the prices of what they can buy. And I understand it from a standpoint of food stamps, or if you're low income, because you're trying to balance your budgeting, you're trying to make everything fit. And, I mean, you're definitely going to go into the supermarket and you're definitely going to buy the 99-cent stuff, and you're going to buy all the stuff that's bad for you, the $1.69 or the 83-cent sodas, and you're going to buy the tater chips that are 88, and you're going to buy the mac and cheese that's 99 cents, and you're going to buy all of these things. I understand. I'm with you. I'm right there with you. But as I began to wean myself away from those areas, yes, it's more costly. And yes, I'm eating less, and that's fine. Get a smaller stomach, a smaller belly, a smaller waistline. Maybe I can fit into some smaller pants. Maybe finally I can shop at Walmart again. I don't have to go to the big and tall store. I don't always have to go to the cowboy shop and on special order. I need extra length in my inseam, and I need a big, wide stomach area to fit into. So, but you can do it. It can be done. I'm a living witness, and I'm sure there are others on there that are a living witness and a testimony to this. But you have to do a combination of things, and as you begin to learn what the combination of these things are, and that's what I'm learning, because you have to not only exercise, but you have to have proteins. You have to have your fast carbs, your slow carbs. You have to put all of these things together, and then in the process of putting these things together, flip the package over and look on the back side of it and see what's contained in it. And if it has high fructose corn syrup, or it has silly putty, or it has mono and diglycerides, or poly and monosaturated fats, or it has high doses of sodium, or high doses of corn syrup, or sugar, or artificial flavors, or all of these ginormously pronounced or written preservative lists that you couldn't answer in a decent sentence without looking them up, and then you still couldn't pronounce them. You just go, well, it's this. It's silly putty. It's a compound for silly putty. And then after you begin looking at that, you begin putting all these things together, like, hey, it makes sense. And the old folks didn't exercise. They were out on the farm and exercise. I just thought I'd throw that. But they were out on the farm, and Mama, she was always doing something with the kids or with the wash or whatever it was. So there was always activities going on. But we've gotten to the point where we're in front of the computer, or we're at the office typing away, and we end up with bigger behinds and bigger stomachs, and we're at the bar drinking, or whatever it might be, or we're eating instead of or instead of a small portion of French fries, we eat 5 portions of French fries. Instead of one small hamburger with or turkey burger or chicken burger or whatever, we load it up mile high. We eat 3 or 4 of those, and we drink 4 or 5 sodas, and pretty soon the body goes, I can't take it no more. And something's got to give. It's sad to say the body's the one that has to give. So I encourage everyone out there to continue on with your weight loss journey. Don't do it for anyone else other than yourself, and don't do it for anything less than your health. Your health is just that important, and you are just that important. If you were on from this earth tomorrow or today, you not only will you be missed, but you could play an important role in someone else's life. You have something to give to someone else that they may not have, a word or wisdom or something you may have, and they need that particular thing that you have to give to them verbally, or even showing them, hey, this is the way that you cut out a piece of board, or this is the way that you do this and this. So I do thank you for for tuning in once again. Once again today, I'm not ranting or raging. I'm not mad. I'm not mad because it's just it's my own fault. I didn't take better care of it as a youngster. I just went on about life, and you never think anything about what's going on. So you know, and you think you're on top of the world. You think you're Superman. You think you've got it all together, and then pretty soon, it all kind of hits you in the face all at once, and then you're like, you have to step back and take a real reality check. And it's not comic book life. It's not, the things that they portray on TV. This is reality. What you've been trying to do and trying to accomplish is not within your means or your goals because your body was not created to digest and devour all of that. So, thanks for tuning in, and then I hope that your weight loss journey is just as successful daily because that's where the end result lies. You want to see success daily. If your body mass index is up there, you need to check out what your body mass index is. I had to, and I'm obese. So, and then get on that weight loss fast track and stay with it. Don't sway because if you sway, you got to go right back and do it all over again. So this is David Elon Brown for my weight loss journey. This is day 5, should be week 5, month 5. I'm trying to gain ground here and doing the videos, and I'm going to try and do them daily. And pardon me and forgive me if I don't. But I want to be an encouragement as well as have some type of input and thought to all of this that's going on with myself and to impart something to someone else. So take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next video, and thanks for stopping by. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and tell others about this channel as well. And it means so much to me. Appreciate each and every one of you that are watching and listening. And take care, and I'll see you next time.